Hello everyone, I'm here in beautiful Austin, Texas, and what I want to talk to you all about in this video, as you can tell from the title of the video, is my experience in Ranger School. So, a little background on me. I went to Ranger School in 2014 in class 0814, which started in the month of June and ended in the month of August. Literally the hottest time to be in Ranger School. For those of you who have been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I am a Medical Service Corps officer. So I was certainly out of my element the entire time I was there, but to most people's surprise, I didn't recycle, meaning I didn't have to repeat any phases. I went straight through 62 days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down in several videos, phase by phase, all the different parts of Ranger School. I'm going to be giving you different tips, different tricks, things that worked for me. Now, this is going to be a several part series. These clips are going to be very raw. There's not going to be a lot of flash or flare or any cool edits or anything like that. These videos are going to be strictly informational, but it also is supposed to be interactive, so please leave comments and I will get back to you as fast as possible with as much candid feedback as I can. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you the overview of what Ranger School is. And for those of you who are still watching this video, you probably already know what Ranger School consists of, so this will be just kind of a refresher for you. So there's 4 phases of Ranger School. First phase is called RAP Week, Ranger Assessment Phase. That's where you do all of your basic soldiering tasks. And so you have to be able to do the following: a 5-mile run in 40 minutes, 49 Ranger push-ups, 59 sit-ups, 6 pull-ups, a 12-mile ruck march with an assigned packing list in under 3 hours, day and night land navigation, and a combat water survival test. So those are the very basic tasks that have to be accomplished within RAP Week. Once you complete all of those tasks, you move into Derby phase, which is between 10 and 15 days long. After that, you move into Mountain phase, which is about 20 days long. And then last phase of Ranger School is Florida phase, and that is also about 20 days long. And I will get into the breakdown and what you do in each of those phases in separate videos. For this video, I want to talk about how I prepared for Ranger School. So my Ranger School story is actually unlike most people's. Most people who go to Ranger School as officers, they usually prepare through infantry officer training or armor officer training. As a Medical Service Corps officer, I didn't get any of that. So I did a pre-Ranger course while I was stationed in Hawaii, which was about 10 days, just kind of a, hey, this is what you're going to expect. Not super intense, but it gave me kind of a good idea of what I was going to experience. When it came to how I prepared physically, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, so I didn't have a lot of specific training. I will tell you this, I've always been kind of just a meathead, as you can tell by the channel itself. And so what I tried to do a couple months before going to Ranger School was to just get as strong as possible through weight training, keep my cardiovascular activity fairly high, not too high, by doing things like running and sprints and a little bit of swimming here and there. But it was pretty much unit specific physical training. I really didn't do a lot of running on my own or anything like that. And the last thing that I did do on my own was foot marches with a heavy pack, also known as ruck marches. So I would put upwards to 40 to 80 pounds in a pack and literally just walk at a pretty fast pace. After that initial assessment phase, all you really do the rest of your time that you're there, the next 55 days, is walk. You walk with a very, very heavy pack on your back. And so that is what is really most important, is your longevity, your durability, your ability to just move under a load. I tell people all the time, you really only have to be in shape for those first 5 days. Do the run, do the push-ups, do the sit-ups, do the pull-ups, and you are pretty much golden after that. All you have to do is walk with a heavy pack on your back. So seeing as my preparation wasn't as typical as most people's preparation, I would strongly suggest doing lots of squats, doing lots of deadlifts, just really building your lower half, building a strong foundation so that you can be incredibly durable through these 60 days. Now, who can attend Ranger School? So it is the infantry's premier leadership school. It is their school, but you don't have to be an infantryman, you don't have to be an armor person, a tanker, you don't have to be a combat arms specialist to go to Ranger School. Anyone can go. If you're enlisted, if you're an officer of any branch, really, if you're a warrant officer, if you're in the Marines. There was a Marine Corps guy in my squad. We also had a guy from Romania, and there was also in another platoon a DEA agent. So it's really open to anyone. It's not specifically a tactics school, it's a leadership school. It is to test your ability to lead, your ability to follow directions, your ability to lead others under stress. I will end with this. I tell people all of the time, every Army school is exactly the same, and Ranger School is no different. You come in on day one. They tell you exactly what you need to do. They give you the answers to the test. Then, after that, they spin you around 10 times, figuratively. Whatever your school is, they may restrict food, they may restrict sleep, which in Ranger School they do both of those things. And then, once you're getting done and you're all dizzy, they say, all right, Ranger, do it. Take the test. And the test is patrols. The test is land navigation. The test is following directions and creating relationships with people. And so, this series is going to be about my time in Ranger School, and I hope that it helps you. There are tons of books out there you can pick up and read about Ranger School, about people who are actually in Ranger Regiment. I encourage you, if you're interested in Ranger School, to pick one of those up, to read it cover to cover. Do not take what I say as the be-all, end-all. I'm just merely giving you recommendations and suggestions to help you be successful. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.